Oh, that too.
I mean, it's hard to be this sexy, especially in tie-dye.
Oh my goodness, is this mic on? Oh, we better start rolling. Good morning, everyone. It is Mike and Tom in the morning on AM Rockland News. I am your host, Tom Osa.
And I am Mike Luker. How are you today, Thomas?
So far, so good. It is a lovely day outside. Haverstraw, 72 degrees. Oh my goodness. And it looks like it's going to be a high of approximately 84 degrees at around 6 p.m. tonight. Just beautiful weather all day.
Well, with the exception of look at that humidity number.
Yeah, the humidity is a little bit off the charts, but
Yeah, we got to kind of like the temperature's okay. It's what you expect for August.
and what the hell am I doing the weather for, man? I need my hippy dippy weatherman to do the weather.
You were feeling the hippy dippy. I'm the one wearing the tie dye today.
Yeah, you are.
You got the collar on, the button down, like you're gonna go to someplace special after the show.
I wore my lucky underoos.
Ooh, which superhero?
Superman.
All right, you're
Yeah.
a Superman guy. All right. Take it, man.
Superman.
I was always more Batman over Superman, but that's a different conversation.
No.
It's kind of
Hey.
like D&D versus Magic the Gathering.
No, kudos, man. Well, the thing about Superman is, I forget what movie I saw this in, is like every other superhero has to turn into that superhero. Like, in other words, like they're just plain old so-and-so, and then they have to turn into that superhero.
Like Oliver Queen turning into Green Arrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Iron Man, Tony Stark turning into Iron Man.
There, yeah. So the thing with Superman is like he actually, that is his like main person. He has to turn into Clark Kent.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I kind of admire about. But on the flip side, I do have a soft spot in my heart for Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Because Spider-Man is just the most wholesome guy, and he's from Brooklyn. How could you be mad at him?
Exactly.
He's a nice guy from Brooklyn. There's not a lot of them.
Yeah. I know a lot of them moved up here.
The not nice ones, the nice ones.
No comment. We're on the radio.
There we go. All right. We're not bashing Brooklyn. My family is from Brooklyn. I happen to love Brooklyn. They make the best bagels ever.
Besides Whole Shot?
I mean, if you need the best bagel in Rockland, you go to Whole Shot.
Yeah.
But there's just Clever is not going down to Brooklyn and getting some water. I used to do that to my friends. I would go and I'd bring all of my empty containers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, I just want some of your tap water. And they'd look at me like I was insane. I'm like, the water in the city is so much better than the water in Rockland County.
Oh, yeah, because the water, they come down from like the Andes,
the
Himalayas, mountains.
You're in the wrong continent.
Oh, okay.
Is your heart in Colombia now for your genetics?
Don't even, well, I mean, I'll throw this out there. So my family, at least on my father's side, may he rest in peace, comes from Pareda, Colombia.
Okay.
That's basically the epicenter of where this thing happened.
Oh.
Yeah. So you got, if you imagine like South America,
right?
Colombia is on the northwestern part of South America. And on the coastline, you know, a few hundred miles in, you got Cali, Medellin, and Bogota. Those are like really the economic centers, and in the past, the
culture centers
and all that stuff. You know, it's like, let's just put it this way: Sam Kinniston went over there with a garden hose and stayed there. All right. Thankfully, we're seemingly getting away from that finally, but who the hell knows? Anyway, but the point is that our family is more the coffee drinking Colombians, like, so,
which we are drinking right now, folks.
Exactly. Yeah, we brew our own coffee over here, and yeah. So in Pareda, it's kind of like the coffee center of the western part of Colombia. That's where the earthquake hit, and we have my sister messaged me, just like, we got family over there.
Wow.
But thankfully, I mean, you know, for our part, everyone is accounted for thus far. I actually have clients that have relatives in Colombia as well.
Okay.
So many prayers out to those that are suffering out there. And there's terrible loss of life. I mean, it's over several hundred at this point, I imagine. But yeah, we're keeping tabs on it. And a lot of prayers out there to the good Lord for everybody to be as safe as possible and to hopefully be out of danger and to assuage those the mourning that's happening right now.
And one of the things we can look at, not to diminish what's going on outside of our good county of Rockland,
Hmm.
but it could happen to anyone at any time, anywhere.
Hmm.
So one of the things Tom and I are trying to do, you good listeners, is to rally you all up. So when bad things happen,
Hmm.
and they happen here in Rockland, we're ready for it.
Hmm.
Our firehouses are full of volunteers. Our EMS workers are supported. Our roads are built correctly and they're safe.
Yeah.
Any news from where's Pat Carroll?
You mean where's Waldo? I'm done with that dude. In all seriousness, listen, we've been doing this, ladies and gentlemen, for about 5 years. I have never seen the level of disconnect, at least from our Rockland's news
To an elected official.
to an elected official. Like, respond. Just
Like,
respond.
I was
Guardrails.
I was just
Where's
asking Tom
Waldo?
this morning, and we have over a dozen elected officials that come on the show all the time.
Yeah.
And they want to tell you what's going on. They want to share what's going on. And I'm telling you, not all of these elected officials are fully supported in their districts because I've heard the murmurings against some of them, and they still come on here. We talk about what's going on,
Right.
and it is a place for everyone to get their questions answered.
This whole thing started last year when basically Carol was the one that like railed against Clarkstown, saying, "Oh, we're protecting freedom of speech by allowing everybody to be able to protest over at the Four Corners and so on and so forth." Sure.
Do it safely.
And Don Franchino, Clarkstown Ward 3, flipped back and he's like, "Okay, great. Well, can you get us some safety guardrails?" And
It's dangerous.
every elected official that I spoke with, every elected official basically said that's in Assembly Person Pat Carroll's purview.
Because it
So we
is a New York State issue.
reached out to him 3 or 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, sent phone calls,
Hold on.
emails.
It's been 6 times while we've been on the air.
Right, exactly. So, and I'm getting the where's Waldo treatment. Like, where is he? But he's available for campaigning. I see his signs going up everywhere. And Pat, I just have to say, you have a really pretty face. You have a very pretty face. And I'm sure that gets you really far on those publicity photos. But I challenge you to get on here and explain yourself, because I'm actually curious why you've been dodging us like Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
Speaking of challenging, who is his challenger? He is up for election.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll probably
Maybe we should find that out.
They'll probably just slide right back in.
Because as our listeners know, we like to be fair. Like, you will not hear from Senator Bill Weber and not hear from Mayor Joe Rand, who are running against each other, because we want to hear everybody. We want to hear what you are going to do for Rockland, and we want you Rocklanders to have informed choices, educated choices, and because this is not about lines, and this is not about parties. This is about what's doing best for our home. And we want to take Rockland into the next decade, the next century, and all of that. And when bad things happen,
24th and a half century.
we're not at the 24th and a half century Duck Dodgers over there. Anyway, when bad things happen, because they do, we have seen it. We have all lived through COVID. Well, those of us who survived. And Rockland can stand strong in adversity in ways that other places can't. But we need to not do it while we're in the emergency. You build the foundation when it's on a nice day. You don't do it in a thunderstorm. So, listeners, make sure that when you're going out and moving about the world, you're taking care of one another, not just yourself.
Yes.
And I say this not from a hippy dippy socialism, blah, blah, blah. I'm here because I know that when neighbors take care of one another, good things happen.
Yeah.
People don't starve. People aren't homeless. When folks get sick, people can get healthy, but you have to work together. It's a sense of community. And that's what being a human being is all about, is a sense of community. Because even from the science, it says that we as humans have this social programming in us that requires us to work together. And the more we work together, the better we're going to get. So speaking of working together, I work with Tom Osei here. What else do we got going on?
That was very philosophical of you, and I appreciate that while I had to step away for a few moments.
I mean, we had some technical difficulties, but I'm carrying the spirit of the show.
The spirit of radio.
And
as Rush would say.
Rush is great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think we should thank our sponsors.
I think we should definitely thank our sponsors. I mean, we talked about Whole Shot already.
Yeah, we did.
I mentioned the best bagels in Rockland.
Yeah. Well, let's start with our premier sponsors, the New York Boulders baseball team. Tickets on sale now for their 15th annual season. They're going to be going all the way up until September, and some fantastic ball games with a brand new field, synthetic field out there, and it's just fantastic. Yabu Fence Company, Dana Pest Control, and our friends over at the Flowery Cannabis Dispensary.
All right.
They allowed us to hold auditions for the final spot for a band to play at Rockland Music Fest.
Okay.
And we did those auditions last week, and they allowed us to use the room. It was great, and we had 2 bands performing. We're going to make that announcement at around 12 o'clock today, who the band is going to be, along with the entire lineup for Rockland Music Fest 12.
Is that why you're dressed up all fancy today?
No, I'm going to a memorial.
Oh.
Yeah. But
I mean, you have your paisan look on. I thought you were going to do something like powerful. Maybe we'll have to take some video of you all dressed up all nice.
Thank you. I will attempt to smile. And the Flowery is just like it's a great place, and you don't have to buy anything. You could just hang out. And you
don't know anything about this cannabis.
I don't know anything about this cannabis.
But the Flowery is going to teach you?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot intellectually.
So go be educated at the Flowery.
Yes, exactly. They're located in Haverstraw, New York. Check them out. And Mike, here's some additional deals and stuff that you can mention.
You mean like the tasty food places that really support our show, that are Rockland-based food places?
Yes.
So, well, the first one is Fiesta Acapulco. Now, let me tell you, when we were in FIFA Madness, we're done with FIFA Madness, right? FIFA Madness is done.
Yeah, it's done.
I was trying to see the Mexico game, and the only place that would let anyone in was Fiesta Acapulco. 10 o'clock at night, serving you up some food, some drinks. My friend and I could go when we watched the game. It was great.
How was the atmosphere there? Was it festive?
Oh, everybody was glued to the screens because the game was on, right?
Yeah, buddy.
It's like going to a sports bar, except this is not normally a sports bar.
Right.
It is normally a bright, festive bastion of culture.
Yeah, man.
Of the Mexican culture in Stony Point, right on 9W. We're right across from what used to be Fiesta Cancun, of all of those of us who are old and remember the old Mexican restaurant that we all love so much. But if you go to Fiesta Acapulco and you mention Rockland News, you get the free coquito.
No way.
The free coquito.
No way.
I love it. It is this creamy, cinnamony, delicious beverage. And you just take little sips out with your pinky up there. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Their food is amazing. The people are super nice. Go in and check it out. Tell them you heard it from Rockland News.
You know, I'm joking around about like, no way, I don't know. But I was there on, what was it, Saturday night? After the, I'm just moving my microphone a little bit. After the auditions over at the Flowery for Rockland Music Fest 12.
Which tells you that Fiesta Acapulco is open late.
Yeah. So we went there. I hung out with my friend Seth, who's an amazing drummer. Like, he's better than me, amazing drummer. And we basically just hung out for like an hour and a half. We BS'd at the bar, and I had my enchiladas. I think he had his steak. And immediately after, would you like an after dinner drink?
And it was the coquito?
It was a coquito.
I love it.
It was fantastic. So check them out. Fiesta Acapulco, located in Stony Point, New York. FiestaAcapulcoNY.com.
Now, to prove that we are such a global culture here in Rockland County, we're going to shift all the way across the world to the Japanese food. Kobe Sushi in New City. Oh my God. They have jazz 3 nights a week.
Right.
They have really amazing sushi. They have great sake. They have bars. It's a great, great place.
Yeah. They're going to be there tonight with jazz. It's on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights. And there will be jazz tonight. I don't have it in front of me, but they've had George Romano there, Leslie's Tam Jam.
Mike Torres?
Mike Torres has been there. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really great artists. And if you mention Rockland's News,
You get 15% off your entire bill, but you got to spend $75.
but
Which,
that's at least
go bring a party. Come on.
$10.25 per $75 order. I mean, that's just fantastic.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
it is. All right. So we're gonna switch it up. We've been to Japan, we've been to Mexico. Now we're gonna go to a little slice of Americana called Breakpoint Bowling.
That's
And
right.
it's not just bowling. There's an arcade, there's a laser tag, there's a restaurant in there, there's a bar in there. Oh my God, it is an entertainment center. This is not just bowling of old.
Yeah, bowling is a culture in and of itself.
But this has stuff all around it. You could bring the kids.
Yeah, I have to admit, I am not a bowler. My friend Keith is like, he's bowled like about like 2,300 games over the course of his lifetime, not just all in one. He just turned 70 years old, so
Okay.
he
Okay.
knows his stuff and everything. So bowling's not my thing, but I walked in to after the renovation over there. It's a $2 million renovation. There's big screen TVs over every single bowling lane. There's like 20, 25 bowling lanes. There's an arcade on the side. They have a laser tag facility, which you know I love. So it's definitely, I mean, it's thumbs up there. And if you mention Rockland News, you get a $10 free arcade gift card. First
All
time
right.
customers. Yeah.
All right. Well, go check it out, folks.
Yeah. Joey A's restaurant over there. I mean, yeah.
Now,
Would you
the
like to
next-
hear how usually my attempts at bowling go?
So the highest score you can get in bowling for per game is 300.
Yes. And the highest score I've ever gotten for bowling is
You don't even break 100, do you?
no.
You're that bad.
Yes.
Wow.
I like roll the ball between my legs.
I think we're going to have to go to Breakpoint Bowling and take video of this just so our listeners can be entertained.
Yeah.
Because there are some things you are amazing at, and there are some things that it is comical how bad you are.
Yeah, you know, I've never had a viral TikTok video happen before.
Maybe it needs to be at Breakpoint Bowling.
Yeah, yeah. I got some.
And the next morning, after you are done bowling and your belly is hungry, the best place to go is the cemetery. I mean, no, across from the cemetery. At the Whole Shot. Go to the bagels at Whole Shot.
Whole Shot Bagels. Clever and Victoria Torres do it right with the best bacon, egg, and cheese in all of Rockland County.
And not for nothing, my favorite sandwich from there is the Sobo.
On
an egg everything bagel.
Yes.
That is like decadence. I don't put ketchup. I put hot sauce because I like it spicy. Folks, go check it out. You get a free bagel.
There should be a neuro-spicy breakfast.
There should be. There really should be.
Tell me that would not go over well in Rockland County.
All right.
We have a lot of neuro-spicy.
Lima, I hope you're listening. We have to create the neuro-spicy breakfast for Tom.
Yeah.
So that's on air. It's in reality now. We have spoke it into presence. We're going to make it.
The neurospice. Actually, you know what? We could probably get something going over at Whole Shot Bagels. Because remember the time that we were in there like about 2 months ago?
And when we interviewed them at the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the show.
Right.
We did that. Yeah.
Right. And folks, if you want to hear that interview, it's at rocklandnews.com.
Yes. Yeah. Head over to Apple Podcasts and you can find the Whole Shot Bagels interview with Clever and Victoria. Mike and I did that.
Right.
Which was fantastic.
Along with several other interviews that we've done of small businesses in Rockland.
Yeah. Yeah. We've done a lot of interviews. You know who we haven't done an interview with?
Pat Carroll. But you know who we want to do? You know who we really want to do an interview with? Every single one of you small business owners.
Yeah.
That needs,
exactly.
That needs recognition, that needs a little bit more exposure, that we want to go and find out about you and tell our listeners all about all of the really great small businesses that are in Rockland. And there are a lot. Tom spends a lot of time networking and finding different small businesses to network together, so we all have a better understanding of who to go to when
Yes,
you have a need for any kind of product or service.
absolutely.
Which also brings us around to, if you, listener, have a need, a product or service, and you are having a hard time finding that, send us a message at rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert, alert, alert.
And we will go investigate, we will go research, and we will get back to you.
Exactly. And Rockland's News has a surprise today.
Is it in our chat? We should check our chat. But what is the surprise?
We will check our chat, but we are launching a new version of our website today.
A new
Yep.
version? And is it run through Rockland Web Systems?
Yes, yes. Courtesy of Rock Web Systems, which is our parent corporation. And that houses Rockland's web design, Rockland's news, Rockland's shopping, Rockland's Music Fest, and Rockland events, all individual corporations.
But you know what that tells me?
Mhm.
You are really into Rockland.
Kind of.
You're it's kind of your TM.
Well, I like the word. I like the word rock.
And you like to live on the land.
Yes.
And you were raised here in Rockland.
Yes. Rockland.
Rockland.
Definitely Rockland.
Although the rock didn't come to you until later, didn't it?
Well, it was like right here.
I mean, like the drumming part of the rock.
Yeah, that
came to you later.
Well, yeah, I got kicked out of my mom's house when I was 26 years old. I'm 50 years old now.
Is that because you started playing drums in her basement?
No, it's because I got caught doing something.
Oh, that's for another show. Anyway,
no, it's not for any show.
Oh,
I can tell you off the air.
Maybe a triple X show.
I don't. No, not really, not so much. But it was
Tom Osa OnlyFans.
It was definitely a moment in time that I don't regret, but I definitely had to figure out very quickly how I was going to navigate homelessness.
I see.
Get out. Fine, I'm out. Goodbye.
Now, if you were in Rockland and you find yourself homeless, we do have agencies in Rockland. We do have lots of services. There are coat drives in the wintertime. There are food drives all the time, although we mostly talk about it on the major holidays. But folks, if you are having a hard time, you're outside, you're having a hard time finding food, there are food pantries, there are places to go in Rockland, because we here at Rockland, not just Rockland News, but the county of and the towns in here, all of our social services want to protect our citizens. We want to educate our citizens.
Yes.
And we need your help.
Yes, exactly.
We need the volunteerism. We need the support of whatever elected official you choose to elect. And we need you to just be nice to your neighbors.
Yes, be kind.
Kind is a good word. So, was your mother being kind to you when she told you to get out at 26?
I don't care. But I do love my mom with every fiber of my being.
Because
that's what you do. And I prove it whenever her car needs a repair. I do what I can. Let's move some shit around over here.
Move the stuff around.
Okay, let me.
You know what? I think it's time to talk about some news.
Well, let's.
Oh wait, no, we didn't even finish our sponsors.
Also,
we're rambling on. We're rambling on. Yes. Like Led Zeppelin, we're rambling on.
And we want to give a huge shout out to Mad Tea Party Productions. Fun, affordable photo booths. Coupon 10% off your booth rental when you mention Rockland's News. And by the way, Whole Shop Bagels, if you mention Rockland News, you get a free bagel, first-time customers only.
And he's got some crazy varieties, I have to say. Go check it out.
Yeah. Special thanks to these fine local businesses. We got Stony Point Massage, North Rockland Chiropractic, the UPS store in West Haverstraw, 99 signs for all your digital, billboard, and portable sign needs, because, Mike, a business without a sign
is a sign of no business.
And I purchased a sign about 2 weeks ago that we used for Rockland Music Fest because we have Appetite for Destruction, the largest Guns N' Roses tribute band on the East Coast, coming in.
And you said Duff is the biggest guy in the band.
Yeah, Big Duff.
Big Duff.
They call him Fat Duff. He's not actually fat, but it just sounds funny. Like he really like he looks the part. He does.
He's fat.
He's a little puffy, but that's, I'm not knocking it. It's just like
I've
a
never
funny
met
thing
him.
to
I don't
say.
even know how fat he is. He could be the skinniest guy.
Yeah, he exudes pure joy on stage. When we saw him at the Paramount
Okay.
out in Huntington,
Okay.
I mean, I love this band, so I'm looking forward to this show. FC Perfection Auto Body Repair in Congers, New York, and Clean Space Maintenance Management Company. Get a mobile dumpster at your house for just $199, and you could just haul out all the stuff that you don't want in the house, not your relatives. And they haul it away. They bring it down to Rockland Green in West Nyack, and they dump it. It's $199 plus dumping fees, which is minimal. And believe me, it's worth it. We used it twice. We'll probably use it many more times to get stuff out of the house because we got stuff in the house, and that's just the way it is. So, and there is a variety of stories out there. One notably that happened over the past few days that was insane.
Well, before we get to that,
Oh,
I
there's
want to
more?
remind everybody
Mhm.
that if you are going to go out or stay in and you want a good beverage, we have so many good
Oh,
craft
yes.
beverage makers in Rockland County.
Yes.
And by supporting them, I'm going to speak the magic number 61 cents if every dollar stays in the community.
That's right.
If you buy local beer, local chocolate, local produce,
Yes.
if you go to get the local service, it stays in the community and it makes Rockland stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And if you couldn't tell, folks, I'm on my soapbox this morning about be better Rocklanders.
We all are.
So, speaking of horrific things that happened in Rockland on I-87, this was all over Facebook, and if you haven't seen it, go check it. It was oh my God,
It's insanity.
a tractor trailer crash caused major traffic problems Monday afternoon on the New York State Thruway in South Nyack.
I can do that because nobody got killed or
Right.
very, very hurt. It was
Right.
just an awful, awful thing. Thank the good Lord that, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Thank the good Lord that it was not.
Right.
So,
State police say that a 2020 Mack truck traveling southbound struck the South Broadway overpass near Governor Mario Cuomo. I can't call no Tappan Zee
The Tappan Zee Bridge.
and overturned. The truck then struck a Toyota that had been parked on the shoulder. The Toyota driver was taken to Montefiore Nyack Hospital with injuries described as non-life threatening. The truck driver, 50-year-old Perel Harris of South Carolina, was not injured and was ticketed for operating at an overheight vehicle. The lanes reopened about 4 o'clock Monday afternoon. I saw several videos of this, and it was just
horrendous.
Like just the destruction. And like you said, Tom, nobody got dead over this.
Seriously.
So like there's that. But it does give you like a little pause. We keep driving faster and the trucks keep getting bigger and all of that. Everyone needs to pay more attention. Tom and I have for weeks and months now remind you listeners to pay more attention when you're behind the wheel.
Yeah, definitely.
It can be a very destructive thing. So cars are important. We need to get to where we need to get to. We need to move the goods from here to there, but we need to be paying attention.
Yes, most definitely.
Well,
and
Tom,
there's also
would you
more.
like to read the next one?
I
gave Tom the bad story.
I'll do two of them.
All right.
All right. First of all, Rockland area cancer survivors and advocates are bringing health policy directly into this year's race for New York's 17th congressional district. Volunteers with the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network met Tuesday in Nyack with Democratic candidate Kate Conley. A separate meeting with Republican incumbent Congressman Mike Lawler is scheduled for August 18th at the Nyack Library. The nonpartisan organization says it is asking both candidates about federal funding for cancer research, access to affordable health coverage, cancer prevention programs, and tobacco cessation efforts. The 17th district includes all of Rockland County, making those policy discussions directly relevant to local voters. And that reminds me, I got like a bump over here on the side of my face.
Time to go to see the medical professional?
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting concerned about it. I want to get this thing off, and that's it. So, yeah, hopefully we'll still be doing this show next year.
Right.
Right.
For your 20th year in business.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Seriously. So I wouldn't mind sticking around for a while longer.
So, and I give kudos to the organizations for reaching out to both politicians and going, "What are you doing for us?
Right.
This is Rockland, and we need help."
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, the tough questions have to be asked of the elected officials to make sure that when they get in office or they stay in office, that they're going to continue to or do the job that they are appointed to do,
Right.
elected to do. Okay, and going further down, Catch 33, authorities have recovered the body of a 20-year-old man from the Hudson River following a multi-day search near the Bear Mountain Bridge.
Sadness.
Yeah, officials say that the search began after a vehicle was found parked on the bridge on August 2nd, and witnesses reported that a person had gone into the river. State police, the Rockland County Sheriff's Office, and other agencies participated in the response. Sheriff's Office recovered the man's body on August 6th, 4 days after the initial incident. His identity has not been publicly released when Rockland News published the report, and the investigation involved marine and underwater search resources from several agencies.
I think this begs a small discussion on mental health
Let's go.
and
Yeah.
how, no matter how bad you think it is, the world is better with you in it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need some reminder of what you can do to be supportive in this world because your heart's feeling down and you are having a hard time wanting to continue, there are people out there, there are places to go to that will help you through your crisis.
Right.
And the government does it, and I'm going to say Rockland County governments, town government, that kind of thing. There is a lot of outreach. There is a lot of social services. Or just contact us here at rocklandnews.com. We'll find you somebody to talk to.
Yeah. If everything goes swimmingly with this, actually, that's a horrible thing. Like swimmingly.
I can't believe you did that.
That wasn't on purpose.
Hold on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was not that. I have to, I got.
Although that's not the button I wanted to hit.
That was
I was
really,
going to give you the
like,
wah. But
that's like accidentally really dumb of me. All right, apologies. But if everything goes well with this year's music festival, I think, and I'm not sure, but I got it in my mind that the charitable recipient for next year, it's going to involve something related to
mental health.
Yeah, something in that area, just 13 and.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Very superstitious.
Yeah, Now the good news is, in Italian culture, 13 is a lucky number.
There are those who say the number 13 became superstitious from a patriarchal kind of place, that it used to be 13 was a number of women empowerment.
Really?
And I hope that I can have a conversation with Jen Lima in the next upcoming weeks on our health and wellness show to discuss those things.
I always remember that speech that Jack Nicholson did in A Few Good Men.
You can't handle the truth?
No. It was when they were first meeting and they're doing the interview with Colonel Jessup. And Demi Moore is asking Jack Nicholson, Jessup, some hard questions. And Jessup just stops and turns to Tom Cruise, aka Danny. He goes, Danny, I just realized something. She outranks you. He says, let me tell you something, Danny. There's nothing sexier than a woman in uniform. And if you get the opportunity to be able to salute her every morning, there's nothing better in this world.
Okay.
It was in the movie. I'm just trying to reflect what he said.
I'm trying to figure out how you tangented from what I said to that.
There's a correlation there somewhere.
Listeners, help us out with the correlation. Hey, what's going on in our chat over there? Do we have anyone?
The public chat. Yeah, we have a few things over here.
A few good men?
Yes, a few good men. Actually, somebody just wrote, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Sometimes we need a good course correction, and sometimes they're harsh.
Yeah.
Because we can handle the truth, Tom. Can we handle the truth?
We can't handle the truth. Actually, we kind of can.
Because we want to speak the truth and we want to be the voice of Rockland.
You know, it's a great song by Meshuggah, Suffer in Truth.
And for those who don't know, Meshuggah is crazy in Yiddish.
That's right. That's right. There was a correlation between what I said and what you said.
I was asking what the correlation was for our
listeners.
listeners.
Remember what you said, but
I was talking about how the number 13 was a power number for women. And it was.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. So I was, women, power.
Yeah. Powerful women.
Women in uniform.
Demi Moore being more powerful than Tom Cruise.
Marines. Hierarchical ranking. Okay. Organizational.
Okay.
And saluting a woman in the morning.
Okay, then.
That's how I got from point A to point Z.
The Alpha and the Omega, my friends.
Most indeed. Now we just got to figure out who's who. And for those of you out there in Radio Land that are listening, we want to remind you that the Flowery Cannabis Dispensary is available for a lot of different varieties of THC and CBD. So I don't know much about this cannabis thing,
but you better find out, because we're probably going to need some of that after this show.
Well, I don't know if I could do that. That would be just unreasonable of me.
Well, we'll just have to learn something.
Most definitely.
All right. So there is a proposal about this Grassy Point warehouse built on the old landfill. And I know it has a lot of the North Rockland citizens concerned, outraged, passionate, and all that. So we're going to talk about it here a little bit right here on Rockland News. A major warehouse proposal in West Havistraw is moving into another round of public review. Plans for the Grassy Points Bend property call for roughly 454,000 square foot warehouse and an office complex on a 34-acre former construction debris landfill. The project would include 76 truck bays, trailer storage, and round-the-clock operations. Although a tenant has not been identified, residents have raised concerns about truck traffic, diesel emissions, noise, lighting, and possible impacts to soil and groundwater. The developer has proposed several mitigation measures. The West Havistraw Planning Board is scheduled to hold a public hearing on Wednesday with written environmental comments accepted through September 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've heard this type of thing throughout Rockland. As we keep expanding and growing, our infrastructure can't necessarily handle the thing that they're trying to propose.
Right.
There's only two ways to get to the site that they're talking about: down Railroad Avenue in West Havistraw, or coming through Beach Road.
Beach
Road going the other way. And both of those are not heavy surfaced roads. Although there are lots of semis that already go down Railroad Avenue over to the gypsum plant and over to that area. This would be a huge traffic pressure.
Uh-huh.
And Tom, that traffic is one of the things that we have picked up the torch and raised here at Rockland News.
Yes.
So I'm concerned about putting in heavy commerce in a place that doesn't have the infrastructure. This is not like putting it on 9W where or putting it on 59 where you have state routes that are made for these kind of things. So you tend to be more on the pro-business side, where I'm more on the hippy-dippy environmental side.
Mm-hmm.
What is your economic side take to this business versus my, like, are they going to mess up our environment and make the roads worse?
Right.
That's kind of what I'm looking at going, what are the citizens getting out of this other than noise pollution and more pollution?
Yeah. So let me throw out a few thoughts here. So the first thing that we have to always look at is the concept of it was inevitable. All right. And that's basically like there's going to be more traffic. There's going to be more commerce. There's going to be more development and noise pollution and all that stuff just inevitably over the course of time. So if you start from 0 and go to 100, where 0 is just basically we are
In
part
the
of,
woods.
yeah, well,
Zero's the woods.
the singularity. No, I'm going like, the singularity, like nothing.
All right.
All
Like
right.
really nothing.
Really nothing, right? To just evolution over the course of, reportedly about 13.9 billion years. There's
Fair
more
enough.
activity that just happens in general. Okay?
Okay.
Now that sounds really just out there, but I'm just trying to give you the idea of like nothing versus
Scope.
everything. Yeah, scope. Okay. So now you look at the landscape and you mentioned Route 9W.
Literally, we're looking at a landscape.
It's already that's true. It's already packed, like
Right.
packed to the nines. And the Chippy construction project, which actually should have been off of Route 9W, thanks George Patanovic,
And Orange and Rockland.
and Orange and Rockland, and many and New York State. New York State.
Do we get to blame Pat Carroll for this one too?
I don't think he was even around. I think he was just like, well, wait, how do I put my pretty face on something else? Like when
I'm sorry, I just derailed
when something
you.
turns for me, like it just turns, and it's very tough for me to bring it back.
We're going to bring it back to
bring it back, yo.
To the bend. And
yes. Okay.
So the news article at present.
Right. Exactly. So the thing is that you have so much commerce on Route 9W. Okay. So inevitably that commerce, especially when it comes to warehousing and industrial stuff, it's going to come off of the main roads because retail is the place where the main roads go. So governments are always going to look at places where they can bring in industrial level complexes that are going to possibly pay the bills, but pilot programs, they drop that down to 0.
Right.
But then on top of that, is it going to employ the local landscape? Or are other people going to ultimately benefit from that place being there? That's something we can't see right now.
Right.
But what we can see is where this location is. Now, I'm not taking a side on this because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. But what I do know is there's a precedent for this in the past. That used to be a garbage dump.
Right. Specifically, it was a construction landfill. So
there you
things
go.
like concrete and roofing tiles and probably asbestos and that kind of stuff.
Right. There's a machine shop down there to this day. There's a junkyard down there to this day.
Right.
And it sits alongside a very beautiful water club that's right on the Hudson River, and they don't seem to have a problem with it.
No, but there was environmental mitigation because the junkyard had to stop draining fluids into the creek.
And that's a concern.
Right. And
that's absolutely a concern.
This is one of the concerns because we're talking about a lot of trucking and a lot of fuel. And regardless of how many safety measures you put in, that's a lot of stuff.
It is.
That has a potential to break down. And then the company's going to go, oh, I'm sorry, here, have some money.
Right.
After they've poisoned the river.
Yeah. And that's something that absolutely needs to be looked at. Yeah.
The whole, like, let's put it on the individual and on the consumer instead of actually putting the safety feature in ahead of time. I, as a citizen of this great town, county, state, country, I'm getting a little frustrated with the top down pushing the onus on us complaining as opposed to actually doing the right thing.
Yeah. The other part of this has to do with the other industrial level companies that are already around in addition to those. So if you go a little bit further up the road, if we go back like about 20 years, there was LJ Kennedy, the trucking company that was in Stony Point.
Right.
And that was a provider of huge amounts of jobs in the area, like huge. Okay. And they just pulled out and now it's just sitting there.
Right.
Like, honestly, if it was me, I'd just be like, F it, don't do Beach Road. Just give them the LJ Kennedy. But I don't even know what the property, they still have a security guard there at night.
Because, part of that issue is we're talking about two different towns now.
Well, yes, of course.
Right.
So they're looking at that. Then if you go the other, like you got US Gypsum,
right,
which is right on the river.
Right.
You got, was it Holtec? No, not Holtec. What am I thinking? Tilcon.
Yeah.
All right. So you do have these industrial level companies that have been here for generations and they're kind of like quietly there. And,
but Tilcon's right on 9W.
Right.
It's not like you are adding to the traffic congestion through a commercial and residential area.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, there is an industry down there, but there's already plenty of trucks going through there. So it's already congested. There are times of that day where Railroad Avenue is backed up blocks and blocks and blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And to add to that, without this being part of the discussion, and I'm not saying it's not part of the discussion because we have until September 10th, anyone who's concerned about this at all in Rockland County, either write to us at rocklandnews.com and we will put forth it ourselves, or go directly to West Haverstraw Planning Board
Mm-hmm.
and start asking questions, because we have the right as citizens to ask these questions. And if they are not being answered, there should be concerns about that.
There should be.
Because we're trying to do what's best for everybody here.
Yes.
And I get we can't please 100% of the people 100% of the time. It just doesn't work.
100% or nothing.
People got fired over that statement.
Really?
Didn't he get fired?
What, the guy that said 100% or nothing?
In Admiral's Cove.
Oh, no. I was thinking of the Verizon commercial where the guy is like running on the treadmill. You ever see that?
Yes.
I love that commercial.
I was thinking a little bit more Rockland centric, man.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's I mean, he's like, 6 months removed from the job, but yeah, that's the thing that I think you were like on the other side of the room when he said that. And it was like, how many, like what percentage of, just to those of you that know. Yeah.
I started off the conversation with understanding that you cannot have 100% completion.
Yeah. So let me provide some context. So Admiral's Cove, the beleaguered luxury complex, the residential living complex on the Hudson River, that
right next to Tilcon.
Yes, exactly. And they've cleared up a lot of problems. But if you go back 6 or 8 months, the place was a cluster F of problems. It's like elevator problems and electrical and heating, air conditioning. Everybody was complaining. It seems to have cleared up, although we do have an interview with a woman who was having flooding issues consistently, and Admiral's Cove is actually kind of passing the buck on that. So we're going to have her come on and tell her story. We had her on once before, but we'll have her on again. But if we go back like about 6 to 8 months, the property manager over there at the time we went to meet with him and his staff, and he was basically like, yeah, I want 100% of all the problems completed. We can get 100% of them. And Mike, you said,
I said, understanding that you cannot make 100% of the people happy 100% of the time. What is your target?
And 110%.
And his assistant gave me a reasonable number, and he acted like he wasn't listening.
He was not listening.
No. And he got fired.
He did get fired. What a shame.
Well, no, that's how it's supposed to go. We investigated. We brought it up. Someone said something stupid and unreasonable, and they needed to be replaced.
And now it's fare thee well.
Right. So, folks, we are here to bring the truth to light. We are here to bring transparency to government and to business and to everything. Because how can you make the right decision if you don't have the truth?
We are the spotlight on bad priests.
And cockroaches.
That as well.
Because they run away when you put the spotlight on them.
Go away, little fruit fly. Go away.
Then stop leaving the fruit out.
Yes.
Eat your fruit and vegetables and not so much candy.
Yeah, don't leave anything behind. Right? But seriously, so, yeah, and it's unbelievable, just like the amount of disconnect that we perceived at that meeting. It was unbelievable.
And that's one of the things I want to put forth to the citizens, is that you do have a voice, because we will go and bring it toe to toe. And I get it. Some of the elected officials will hide on us, Pat Carroll. But some of them will come, like George Holman or Ed Day or my Kohut or Howie Phillips. They'll come on this show and they will talk to us about everything that's going on in Rockland. And if our citizens are bringing up issues, we can bring them up to them in a way that they can address them. And if you feel like you're not getting heard, rocklandnews.com/alert. And we're going to take it to them. As silly and as goofy as we can be, we are also serious, and we are serious on the quest of making sure Rockland County has a voice.
Why so serious?
That's why.
Next story. Rockland residents looking to prepare their households for emergencies will have an opportunity to receive free training next month. A New York State Citizen Preparedness Corps class is scheduled for September 30th at the Rockland County Fire Training Center. That's right next to Boulder Stadium over there.
Right.
The program will cover how families can create emergency plans, assemble preparedness supplies, stay informed during a crisis, and respond to unexpected events ranging from severe weather to prolonged utility outages. Participating families are also expected to receive a free preparedness kit to take home. There is no charge for the class, but advanced registration is required. The program is intended for residents with all levels of emergency preparedness experience.
So let me tell you, folks, this is the exact thing that we've been talking about here at Rockland News. We want you to be ready.
Yes.
Ready for whatever happens, and be just good folks. And
yes. Be good.
Be good to one another and to your neighbors. And if you are ready for the emergency and everyone's ready for the emergency, think of what we can do to places like Columbia.
Yes. Amen to that.
Give it the magic. Give it the magic. It will be magical.
Magic.
I promise you.
All right. The New York Boulders ended a 4-game losing streak on Sunday.
Give it.
With a convincing 5-1 victory over the Miners.
Yay! Hold on, no.
Yeah! Woo! All right. Turn it around, baby. Okay.
I was wondering if our Boulders were doing well, because they did really well last year, right?
Yes, they did.
Right.
And they're doing, let's see how it goes. I see if they can make the playoffs or not. Austin Dennis and Norris McClure gave the Boulders an early lift with back-to-back home runs, putting New York ahead by 2. Julian Boyd later doubled, stole third, and scored on a wild pitch as the lead continued to grow. Starting pitcher Alex Barker kept the Miners hitless and scoreless until the 7th inning. Santino Rosso added a solo home run in the 8th to make it 5-0. The Miners managed 1 run in the 9th, but the Boulders closed out the win and got back in the victory column. I should note that the Miners are spelled Miners.
Because they are mining for things.
It's not like the Boulders were beating up on a teenager team. Like they were.
No.
I just wanted
to. They were coal miners or something, right?
Right, exactly.
They're probably from Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah, clean call.
Now, folks, if you are into sports and into Rockland, on Rockland News, we have a show on Fridays from Tom Brady.
Yes.
Not that Tom Brady, folks.
Thomas Brady from Rockland County, New York. And he is a sports performance coach in Rockland County, New York. And he has the show All Things Sports, where he talks about local sports and things that are happening. He actually traveled to Ireland with the women's football team from the Rockland GAA around here. And he gave us an account of how everything went. It was pretty fantastic. And Mike, very interesting to note. And I know you've been suffering from some headaches lately.
Yeah. The weather's been murder.
So is Tom.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been happening to a lot of people. I think Jen and I need to, because again, there's going to be a health and wellness show with Jen Ryan Lima and Mike Kluger. Coming soon. And we're going to have to discuss this migraine problem that so many of my friends and myself have been suffering from.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a show that is not going to involve me on the air. So you'll probably get a lot more attendance on the show. And
come on, Tom. People love your antics.
Well, no. Honestly, to be honest with you, I'd say it's like a 50-50 split. Even Jen said when she was at the studio last week, she goes, there's two different camps that people fall into when it comes to Tom Osa.
Yes, she did. Yes,
Either you like him or you hate him.
That's true.
And I felt offended for about a quarter of a second, and then I was like, you know what? She's right.
Yeah.
So
we call it like it is, folks.
I could care less at this point. But what I do care about is I'm really glad that you guys are doing a show together. I think it's going to be fantastic. You're both focused on not just wellness, but also down to earth nutrition, farming,
earth to table.
earth to table, you know, and I really think it's going to be a great show to add to the growing number of shows that are happening on here. Not just
On Rockland
sports.
News.
Yeah. We have Robert Joasis on Mondays. He's reporting the news on Monday mornings. We got this show, God help us.
And the creek don't rise, as my old boss Bob Coles used to say.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I am we'll be I'll be looking forward to either producing it or just being one of the audience members. I just want to enjoy it.
Now, folks, if there is something, a topic, a subject, a concern that you have, please reach out to us at rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert, alert, alert.
Because we want to hear from you.
And in addition to that, and we're not ready for it yet, but I think in the fourth quarter, we'll be able to open up. We're going to open up the books, ladies and gentlemen.
Transparency.
We're always transparent. We're consistently transparent at all times, all throughout the day. I even told you how I got kicked out of my mom's house when I was 26.
For being transparent?
Moderately so.
Wait, did you turn her into a transparent?
She kind of stuck with her original assigned attributes.
Okay.
Was that okay? The way I said that?
Sure, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, in the news.
Did you have fun? Did you enjoy that? Did you have fun with that? Like trying?
No.
Okay.
No. We got stuck in the maze. We got stuck in the dead end. It's time to back out and go back to the news.
Well, I liked my response. I think my response was
it was a good turnaround.
Timely and appropriate. And listen, we got nothing but love right now.
So tell us about the Love in Rockland. What else we got?
Nyack music fans will have 2 separate Porch Fest style events to choose from this year, following a split among organizers that happened last year. So the first one, I'm going to do this in order because I'm familiar with members of both.
Okay.
All right. So the first is called Nyack Porch Fest. It's scheduled for Saturday. Wait, this is wrong.
Are you sure?
Saturday, August 22nd. I have a feeling that this is a little bit backwards, but okay. So we'll check on this. But Nyack Porch Fest is scheduled for Saturday, August 22nd. Check me on that date. I could be wrong about that. With performances that include Parkway South, Albert Ahif, and Eleanor Kaufman. Nyack Mayor Joe Rand told Nyack News and Views that permits for Memorial Park and Hezekiah Easter Park were issued for that event. A second gathering, the Nyack Neighborhood Music and Arts Festival, also described as a Porch Fest, is scheduled for September 26th. I believe that's accurate.
What makes it a Porch Fest?
That bands play on individual in front of individual houses.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Weird.
Plans to feature musicians performing on neighborhood porches, and the result is 2 community music festivals about a month apart. Plus, you got Rockland Music Fest happening on September 12th.
Plus, Nyack Memorial Park has been doing a music series. Last night's got canceled because of they anticipated rain and it never showed up.
Right. Yeah. Tuesdays have been a bad deal lately for
that was 3 washouts.
Yeah.
Out of 4 shows.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the Femme Fighters.
They played.
They did play.
They did.
Okay, good. Is there any video of that?
That I don't know. I know Electric Beef opened and they had a dreary, but we played. The Femme Fighters played it and it was an oppressively hot day.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dead Meat got rained out, and then we played last week.
Right.
And this past Tuesday was the second cancellation. It has been really hard, folks, with the outdoor festivals because the weather's been kind of crazy.
I can confirm that the Nyack Music and Arts Festival, Neighborhood Music and Arts Festival, is on September 26th. Take a look at
Not
the
August
number.
26th. That's a lot.
Did I say August 26th?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, September 26th.
No, you initially you said August 26th.
Right.
It is September 26th.
It's September 26th.
September 26th, 2026.
Yes. So that's where I had a feeling that those dates were completely incorrect. So maybe the August 22nd one is correct, but the September 26th.
My old eyes need glasses because the writing is so small and there are so many entries.
Yeah, exactly.
Like tons. Starting at noon. What is it? just at noon, there's over a dozen bands. And then every hour or half hour, there's just more and more and more and more. Holy cow.
Yeah, man.
That is a way to sing us into happiness.
That's literally about 50 bands that are playing at the Nyack Neighborhood Music and Arts Festival on September 26th.
And literally it's in neighborhoods, right? You just wander around Nyack and you're just going to find music everywhere. Is that what the deal is?
And to that, this is the schedule by address. So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
and
for instance,
I see a QR code there. I'm assuming these posters are all over Nyack, but where can one find what that list that you have?
Yeah. So go to Nyack Neighborhood Music and Arts Festival on Facebook. Sorry, I'm hiccuping here.
Try it again.
Neighborhood Music and Arts Festival. And there's the entire schedule. It's going to start at about 12 noon and it's going to go on until pretty much the end of the day. And there's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 24, 36, 4. I'd say there's about 45 different addresses where you can check out music.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
You know what? Listeners, if you go check this out, I would like each of you to reach out to us at rocklandnews.com and tell us who's your favorite.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll put together a show of everyone's favorite.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, man.
Right? Sounds cool.
Most indubitably.
So, folks, get out there, listen to music, be good citizens. Nyack's got some cool stuff going on.
Right.
I have to commend the mayor for perpetuating all this goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a big music fan.
He is. Arts fan.
He's actually going to be going up against current Senator Bill Weber for Senate District 38.
Right.
Two of them are going to be going at it. They're going to talk about the topics and may the best man win.
Absolutely.
Should be cool.
Hold on. May Rockland win, whoever we choose.
Well, yes. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Right.
Yeah.
What else we got going on in the news?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pull up that iPad. What else we got? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ramapo police halt test of advanced license plate cameras. The Ramapo police have decided not to move forward with a planned test of newer generation of automatic license plate reader cameras. Police Chief Daniel Hyman says the proposed systems offer advanced analytics and vehicle identification capabilities beyond the department's existing fixed plate readers, but also raised privacy and constitutional concerns. Thank you for having concerns about the Constitution. Somebody should have it. The decision does not mean Ramapo is eliminating license plate reader technology already in use. Instead, the chief characterized the move as a cautious approach to newer surveillance capabilities. The issue reflects a growing challenge by local law enforcement weighing technology that can assist investigations against concerns about how much information government should collect about people who are not suspected of crimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a privacy issue, folks.
Right.
And I give kudos to law enforcement for bringing up that issue. Clarkstown residents will have a new way to receive information about their property tax bills, beginning with the tax season that starts on September 1st. Town Clerk Lori Marie Mole says residents can opt to text updates by sending the word tax info to 845-644-6899. Once a bill becomes available, the subscriber will receive a link to enter their property address, view the bill, and if they choose, make the payments online.
Mm-hmm.
The tax service will not replace the traditional tax bills sent through the mail. Clarkstown officials say the system is meant to give residents another convenient way to know when the bills are available and to access their account information. I think that's a great way to use that.
That's fantastic.
Would you like to read some?
Let's
go to Suffern.
Let's go to Suffern. Suffern authorities are investigating an intentionally set fire outside a Woodland Drive home early Monday morning. Surveillance video reviewed by Muncie Scoop appears to show a person setting fire to a garbage container shortly after 4 o'clock. I mean, why? Just why?
And it also, not to bring it back to West Haverstraw, we need to investigate what happened with the fires over there on Sampsondale Avenue,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
because
exactly.
that whole property has suspect all over it, from the what were they doing on that property? Not even the fire part, but the dumping in the
We
grounds,
should check in on that, like,
right?
for real, just
That
for the
goes
hell
right
of
by
it.
the Minnetonka Creek. It
Mhm.
is environmentally, I don't know. We might have to call some New York State DEC. I don't know.
The flames later spread to a parked vehicle, which became fully engulfed. A family, including children, evacuated the home safely. Thank goodness for that. And no injuries were reported. Suffern police and firefighters responded, along with the Rockland County Sheriff's Bureau of Criminal Investigation and Community Volunteers. Mayor Michael Curley said Tuesday that investigators did not currently believe that the incident was anti Semitic. Police were continuing to investigate the individual involved and the motive for the fire.
I don't even know where to go with that. My brain went, maybe it's just as simple as he didn't put his cigarette out, but it probably isn't
Pretty much. Well, I'll do the next one. Orange. Let me know when you want this tablet back.
that. Tom's on a roll.
No, actually, I'm in robot mode this morning. I mean, we're talking, we're hanging out and
Yeah, we're
everything,
doing
but
that.
yeah. Orange and Rockland Utilities is preparing to begin an approximately $830,000 natural gas infrastructure project in the Muncie area. Work is scheduled to start Wednesday along College Road from Smalley Drive to Carlton Road, along with a small section of Carlton Road to Carlton Road, along with this.
I don't
Crews
know.
will replace about 5,000 feet of older bare steel gas main with new plastic pipe and replace several individual gas services along the route. The project is expected to continue for about 5 weeks, depending on weather and construction conditions. Drivers should expect temporary work zones and possible traffic interruptions while crews are on site. The utility says the work is part of its ongoing modernization of the local gas system. How nice.
No comment.
26 young adults working with the Rockland Conservation and Service Corps completed more than 9,100 hours of environmental
Now
and
you're
community
singing my
service.
song.
Yeah, that's about 300 hours. No, it's about 320 hours per adult
That's a lot.
of environmental and community service across 11 sites this season. In his County Executive's Corner column on the Rockland County Times, Ed Day highlighted projects involving trail maintenance, wildlife habitat, creek restoration, water quality, and environmental planning. Participants worked with organizations including the Palisades Interstate Park Commission, Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rockland, and the county's Division of Environmental Resources. The Corps is now in its 26th year and offers paid outdoor service opportunities to eligible young adults. Applications are accepted on a rolling basis for future sessions, with most positions geared toward people between 18 and 25 years old.
I just heard about this kind of sub movement into what you're talking about, and it's folks who are foragers that are going out and trying to find invasive species that are edible.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's a plant called mustard, garlic mustard, and it's from Europe, and it takes over in gardens, and it gets everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an edible plant, and there have been folks getting together from all over the place, but Rockland too, because we have lovely parks and all sorts of cool stuff here in Rockland, where you can go out into backyards, Harriman State Park, any of the state parks, and go identify these invasive species that are edible and go pull them out
Mm-hmm.
and bring them home and eat them, or eat them on the trail, or whatever you're supposed to do, depending on what the plant is. I will recommend going to find a expert in the field to take you on your tour first. Buy some books. There's a woman that I just heard of last night called the Appalachian Forager. She's from Eastern Kentucky, but she talks about mushroom harvesting and all sorts of plant foraging for herbal medicine, first aid, health and wellness benefits. It's a fantastic thing. But folks, if you're interested on getting out there, enjoying the parks, and still helping out and being a good eco warrior, you can start pulling some invasive species out of the ground for us.
Yes, absolutely.
And maybe you'll get a snack. Happy snacking. Don't die.
I need to get some.
That was the Black Forager, but
I'll need to get some hot sauce for some of those.
I mean, I'm growing the hot peppers right there in my garden.
Okay, all right, there we go.
So
there we go. Ramapo police have arrested a 29-year-old man following an alleged burglary at a Campbell Avenue residence Sunday night. Police say Jose Victor Jimenez Rivera entered the home of his former wife at around 9 o'clock and then fled on foot. Well, that's kind of what you do when you're leaving your former wife. You flee on foot.
Away. You could drive away.
You could drive away.
You could find a helicopter.
Officers searched why do you go in? Anyway, officers searched the area with help from drone and canine units. Drones now. The drones are coming after people.
Technology.
Boom. And canine units before taking him into custody. He faces several charges, including burglary of a dwelling, criminal trespass, possession of stolen property, petite larceny. So it was like very delicate larceny.
Was he mean to the dog? That's what I
Yeah, right. Hopefully he wasn't mean to the dog. And acting in a manner injurious to a child under 17. That's not cool. Jimenez Rivera was arraigned and released pending a future court appearance. The charges are, of course, allegations, and the criminal case remains before the courts. No word on if the man has common sense.
It is not a flower that grows in everyone's garden.
The Rockland County Legislature has recognized 5 residents for leadership and community service as part of Indian Heritage Month.
That deserves it, folks. And that's a serious applause.
Yeah, that's right. Those honored were Ratnaswamy Sam Shankar. I think I know him.
Okay.
I think I know him. I met him at a party once.
Did you play with that dude, man?
He was talking with me, if this is the right part. It might not be, but I believe he was talking with me about the ratio of not-for-profits to for-profit companies in Rockland County.
Which is kind of
disproportionate.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
I also did a little side research project, I used AI in order to do this, just to get some preliminary understanding. AI.
Sometimes why?
Matai Chaco and the very Reverend Giver. This one's a tough one. Reverend Givarugis Thomas Chatachil Korapiskopos. I don't even know if this guy is Indian.
I'm sorry if we are butchering your names.
A Paisan,
we are not doing it on purpose.
Let's read that off again, just because. And I'm not making fun of him. I'm like, whoa, the very Reverend, not just Reverend, very Reverend Givarugis Thomas Chatathil Korepiskopos. That's intense, man. Like, that's just intense. Okay. And then you got Rajiv Rohila and Matthew Varghese. I just want to go to these events just to see if the Rockland County Legislature does any better pronouncing the names.
Not me. Not it.
That's intense, man. It just is. And the recognition was hosted by Legislature Vice Chair Dr. Annie Paul, with several other county legislators attending. Legislators attending officials highlighted the honorees' work in volunteer service, civic leadership, religious and cultural organizations, and fantastic names, as well as efforts to preserve and share Indian heritage in Rockland County. Thumbs up. And the ceremony also reflected the growing civic presence of Rockland's Indian American community and its contributions to organizations throughout the county. And that's very true. We have an Indian Christian church like right up the road here.
Right. On Laytontown?
Yeah, very festive over there. It's good stuff. They have a basketball court outside too.
And again, folks, we are a multicultural place.
Rockland
County.
Yeah.
And I've been bringing up my old saying lately to some folks who hadn't heard it. If every culture brings its best food forward, we'd be too full to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And pass the beers.
Yeah. Turning it back over to Mike.
The mic on the mic. Students from Rockland County are sharing in a record year of scholarship awards from the Community Foundation of Orange, Sullivan, and Rockland. The foundation says it awarded a total of about $920,000 to 267 students across the three-county region, with Rockland County students receiving approximately $84,700. 54 students received more than one scholarship, and the awards came from 190 different charitable scholarship funds administered by the foundation. Recipients are pursuing a wide range of fields, including health sciences, business, finance, and education. The foundation works with donors who establish the scholarship funds to support graduating students and other local residents pursuing higher education.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, I did work for many decades in higher ed, and what I have noticed is there's a lot of young folk who don't know that these scholarships exist. And because one of the first things I'm noticing here is that some of these awardees got multiple scholarships. And why? Because they applied for all of them.
Right.
And probably there was not a long list of applicants. I'm not saying that these people didn't deserve it. It is more of a be aware, folks,
Mm-hmm.
that you should just apply to these things for your young youth, because you never know what you're into, what the club or clique or, and it may just be that people don't know about the scholarship, and sometimes the scholarship goes unawarded
Yes.
because nobody's applied for it.
Right. Yeah, there's a
And
lot of grants, scholarships,
opportunities.
loans.
We
There's a
have
lot that's out there.
so many opportunities here in Rockland County.
Yeah. That's
Um,
why, and I have to say, and it kind of like ruffles my feathers when people are like, I can't do something. And look, there's legitimate physical and emotional and developmental reasons, but that doesn't mean that you should stop trying. And I'm not going to get into a sob story about this, but there are challenges that we all face, myself included.
ask for help.
Yeah, try and get out there. And also, don't forget Ralph Waldo Emerson's self-determination. It does take many people to help out sometimes, but you got to get yourself out there in order to get out of the bubble.
Right, because you have to be part of the village because it takes a village.
Right. And put your efforts forth.
Right. Rockland County residents received potential life-saving overdose response training Tuesday night at the Tallman Fire Department. Harmonious Hearts hosted a free Narcan training program, teaching participants how to recognize the signs of an opioid overdose and properly administer naloxone, commonly known by its brand name Narcan.
Right.
Naloxone can rapidly reverse the effects of opioid overdose when administered in time. Those attending received hands-on instruction, free Narcan kits, and certification after completing the program.
Mm-hmm.
Organizers say that the training is part of an ongoing effort to increase awareness about opioid abuse and give more community members the ability to respond effectively during an overdose emergency.
Yeah, man.
And part of the issue with this is those opioids come in pharmaceutical form.
Mm-hmm.
So some folks could end up doing this and not even know.
Right.
Like, oh, I thought this was Tylenol.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It is not.
It's not just like junkies with needles. This is like,
Yeah, it's serious. I'll give you an example. So we all know about fentanyl.
right.
All right. And fentanyl, I mean, just like a small, like a few drops could kill a person.
Right.
Okay. Even if if it absorbs through their skin, it could kill them. All
And
right.
it goes to show that not everything that is good in small doses is good in big doses, because a minute amount of fentanyl is medicinal.
Right. So they say.
So the pharmaceuticals say.
So the pharmaceuticals say. Now, there's carfentanil. Now, carfentanil,
What is that?
it's an elephant tranquilizer.
I thought it was for a car.
It's like about 30 times more powerful than fentanyl. And, and it's largely used for that purpose. But celebrities, for instance, Michael Jackson, he died from a carfentanil overdose. He didn't realize what he was ingesting, and
To my point, and this is why
boom, out.
I applaud those citizens who went and volunteered
Mhm.
to learn about Narcan training, because you're helping the citizens regardless of what the situation is that got them into the crisis that they're in.
Mhm.
Um, and to expand on that, we are all here in Rockland County 2 steps away from some sort of crazy crisis. It could be environmental, it could be financial, it could be your health. And there's a lot of services and help around Rockland County. If you go to the county site, they will, they're on the website, they talk about all of those things. If you have questions or concerns and you don't want to talk to the government because you don't trust them, come to us at Rockland News and we'll ask the question for you.
/alert.
Rockland County
rocklandnews.com/alert.
alert, alert, alert.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, so I'm going to give you the camp.
Okay.
Are you a camper? Were you a camper ever?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the Boy Scouts. I went camping many times in my life.
What Boy Scout troop were you?
Oh, I don't know. I was the one in Haverstraw.
The one in at the Elks Club, or the one in Garnerville at the church?
I don't know. I would say the Garnerville Church.
Okay.
I'm guessing it was that.
I think that was 61 or 19 or
61 sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That would be coincidental.
I was
That would
in
be very
Troop
coincidental.
118,
Okay.
which was met over at the Elks Club down in the village.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we were a bunch of little young punks. But
yeah, definitely appreciate it. I remember this epic camping trip that we did. Once we were done, we actually walked out of the forest onto the side of the Palisades Parkway. Now we're going back
cool.
30
cool.
years, 35, 40 years, 35 years, 35 years ago.
Okay.
And but the hike and the camping that we did that weekend, it was a very good bonding experience amongst people that could be trustworthy.
Yeah.
And it was a time in my life where, like, it was like right around the time that my dad passed away. So I
Right.
definitely needed that.
And I have to say, and my experience with Boy Scouts was similar with the dad thing, because it wasn't like you had one scoutmaster. All the dads wanted to go.
Mhm.
So it was us being us and having the freedom to be in the woods, and our dads getting their bonding experience as well. So, and it was kind of this cool situation. And I don't know how it's playing out now. And I see the things that pop up in the news, and I'm assuming that is the minority, not the majority. Not that it shouldn't be investigated,
Right.
and checked. But there was a lot of father oversight when I was in the Boy Scout and camping, just enough so we could still get the experience we needed and have the bonding experience with the fathers. And then for those of us who our fathers were not around, like mine,
Mhm.
you got to share in your friends' fraternity of paternity of those kind of things. And it helps you along the way. I'm
Mhm.
assuming it helped you along the way as well from that perspective.
It did, absolutely. And that leads into our story. Muncie Day Camp, campers from Or Torah Day Camp took to Maple Avenue Tuesday evening for a special educational procession, recreating the traditional bringing of Bikurim, or first fruits, to the ancient Bais Hamikdash. Hope I'm saying that correctly. The mock ceremony was organized by head counselor Rev Moshe Rosenfeld and was designed to give campers an interactive experience dedicated and connected to Jewish history and tradition. As the procession moved along Maple Avenue, Chavarim of Rockland's Ramapo Police and the village of Kaiser,
I don't know.
right? I think it's Kaiser. Yeah. Assisted with traffic control and pedestrian safety. Kudos. Huge shout out. Photos and videos from the procession were posted Tuesday evening. The event combined religious education with a highly visible community activity through the Muncie and Kaiser area. It's nice. It's a nice way to finish up the show.
All right.
So good stuff, man.
Well, and it talks about the community that we are always trying to perpetuate here on the show, and it comes from this place, folks, where I don't think you, Tom, and I certainly did not have this robust family structure around me because my parents moved from the city to Rockland, and we didn't have a lot of family around. So part of my growing up is trying to find what we coin now as chosen family, of who is that neighbor who's going to actually be your brother, that kind of thing. And
Chosen family for the chosen people.
well, I mean, not for
Waka
all of
waka.
them,
Yeah.
not because many of those chosen people have so many children, you don't know what to do, and they all lived in the shoe. And anyway,
We're talking about this because Mike is part Australian.
no, Austrian,
Austrian,
not Australia.
like Arnold.
Yeah, like Arnold.
Like
Except
Arnold.
I don't have those muscles.
Indeed.
I'm more like Danny DeVito,
dude.
from Twins.
Right.
Compared to Arnold.
Let me. I don't want to break your stride, so keep going with that. What were you saying?
When my folks moved up to Rockland County in the very early 70s, they came up here on their own. My family had been living in the city in Brooklyn generations. So some of the friends I've met up here as I was growing up, they had family, cousins upon cousins upon cousins, and generations of just living in Stony Point. And it was an interesting meld because when you go to North Rockland High School back, at least when we went, it seemed like there was a lot more temperance and because we were all trust. Are you the best football player? Are you the smartest kid at the competition? Did you make it into NISMA, the music thing? Are you the star of the show? Are you the best musician? That kind of thing.
Right.
So it becomes this like, well, we did something right in Rockland, right? We
Yeah.
did something right by taking all these cultures and mixing them together and getting the best out of it. Because how many talented people come out of Rockland? We keep looking up these lists, and it's like dozens of athletes and musicians and actors and businessmen and all of that.
It's amazing.
It's amazing on all of the things that happen. And that's because we take all of these cultures and we're crossing our ideas together and giving these kids this opportunity that you don't necessarily get if you're like in the middle of Iowa or even in upstate New York, because you get less culture cross.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You all right, bro?
Eyelash in my eye.
You got a tear in your eye, brother?
Oh, I cry at everything, but this is actually an eyelash in my eye and it hurts.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, I didn't realize that it was an emotional.
I am very passionate about Rockland and community, folks. I shed a tear for it all.
It was an eyelash situation. But no, that's a beautiful. I mean, yeah.
So to close, folks, get out, know your neighbors, learn their culture, embrace all of the good things.
Yeah.
And fight the bad things. Like, we should not be poisoning our waters. We should not be chopping down all of the old growth trees for the paper mills. The Lorax is going to come pop you in the nose.
Yeah. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said in his book, Be Useful. And I love this book. I'm going to actually bring in some Arnold stuff next time. But he basically in chapter 5, the name of the chapter is Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Ears. And the whole idea is to listen to the people around you and not necessarily kind of like, just always blah, 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 blah back. And that's a tough thing for me. I guess it's okay because we're podcasters and we're live streaming, so we got to talk. But I like listening to stories like what you just told me.
Right. It's about sharing. And I guess that's ultimately what it is. We are in a shared space, one of the smallest counties in New York State. We have probably one of the intense amount of cultures in New York State and maybe even the world. We have all of these cultures living together, and yes, bad stuff happens, but for the most part, we're wealthy and healthy. Things are expensive here, and it sucks. but we have access.
Yes.
We have access to a lot of things.
Absolutely. Well, we have to end there because we have an event we're doing. We're going to be at a memorial dedication ceremony for the late Kenny Bermudez, and Bernadette Perez will be there at 10 o'clock. It's going to be over at the Stony Point Riverfront Park.
And folks, speaking of access, you have access to us, rocklandnews.com/alert.
Alert. Just send it over and we will look into it. On behalf of Mike and Tom, thank you for joining us today. And thank you to all our sponsors: New York Boulders Baseball Team, Yabu Fence Company, Dana Pest Control, Flowery Cannabis Dispensary, Fiesta Acapulco, Kobe Sushi, Breakpoint Bowling, Whole Shot Bagels, Mad Tea Party Productions, Stony Point Massage, North Rockland Chiropractic, UPS Store in West Haverstraw, 99 Signs, FZ Perfection, Clean Space Maintenance Management Company. Mike, have a great day, brother.
You too. Tip your bartenders.